More than 1 month after judgment, the Supreme Court denies Labour Party access to presidential election judgment certified true copy. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. The Labour Party has accused the Supreme Court of denying it access to the presidential election judgment certified true copy. The leadership of the Labour Party on Tuesday raised the alarm that the party and its presidential candidate, P2B, have yet to receive a certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgment that affirmed President Bola Tinubu as the winner of the February 25th presidential election. This Nigerian news platform understands that the emerging opposition party in Nigeria claimed that the Apex Court did not deliver a judgment on Obi's case against Tinubu, describing the situation as embarrassing and depressing. Recall that the Supreme Court had on October 26 ended the 171-day legal tussle with the rejection of the election appeals filed by Obi and his People's Democratic Party counterpart, Atiku Abubakar. In the lead judgment delivered by the chairman of a 7-man panel, Justice Iyang Okoro, the Apex Court refused to consider the academic records of the president obtained by the Chicago State University, which Atiku sought to tender as fresh evidence to prove his allegation of certificate forgery against the ex-Lagos governor. The other justices on the panel, Uwani Aji, Mohammed Garba, Ibrahim Saulawa, Adamu Joro, Abubakar Tijani and Emmanuel Agim agreed with the lead judgment dismissing Atiku and Obi's appeals. But 1 month after the judgment, the party's National Secretary Omar Farouk lamented that they have yet to receive the CTC of the verdict. In a statement issued on Tuesday, Farouk also stated that the party found the position taken to the Apex Court regarding the judgment in appeal extraordinary, terribly shocking, most unprecedented and unacceptable. He said, and I quote, "The Labour Party had, out of the abundance of caution, by a letter dated October 27, 2023, applied to the Chief Registrar of the Supreme Court for the certified true copy of the judgment in the Labour Party appeal. There was a reminder through another letter on November 8, 2023. However, to the date, the requests have been ignored." The Labour Party is also aware that by the provision of Section 2941 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, every court established under the Constitution, which necessarily includes the Supreme Court, has the duty to furnish all parties to the cause or matter determined with duly authenticated copies of the decision within 7 days of delivery thereof. The Supreme Court has failed to do this in the present appeal. In conclusion, the Labour Party finds it embarrassing and depressing that the Supreme Court would, after hearing the appeal by our party, refuse to deliver any judgment and also fail to avail any party of any copy of whatever is considered to be its decision. This constitutes an unmitigated breach of the constitutional right of Labour Party and her candidate to a fair hearing. According to him, the only area where the relevant parties agreed in the two appeals was 25% vote in Abuja, noting that the other issues submitted to the Supreme Court for determination in the two appeals differed remarkably. The Labour Party secretary also expressed regret that the court failed to give a second thought to the grounds for appeal, the risks such as forfeiture of funds, being process of narcotics, trafficking contained in the Labour Party petition, double nomination of the third respondent who was not even the party in the PDP petition, and failure to comply with the mandatory requirement of Section 73(2) of the Electoral Act 2022, the consequences of which alleged renders the election invalid. Other sources of concern Farouk raised was the Supreme Court's refusal to reconsider the implication of a certified true copy of 18,123 blood and unreadable polling unit result sheets they tendered in court after they were downloaded from the result viewing portal and the ones issued to the party and its candidate by the Independent National Electoral Commission. All right. Other sources of concerns Farouk raised was the Supreme Court refusal to consider the implication of a certified true copies of 18,123 blurred and unreadable polling unit result sheets dated in court after they were downloaded from the result viewing portal and it was issued to the party and its candidate by the Independent National Electoral Commission. See, let me tell you people this. Since that time, they never give Labour Party. Wait to tell us it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all, but we have to. Nigeria judiciary are totally exposed, and it is a shame that they only write the law and destroy it. The Nigerian law only work on the poor, the judge, and the politicians are above the law. Alright, the Nigerian judiciary has destroyed the constitution, rendering Nigeria a constitutionalist country. Hence, a constitution to regulate the operation of the Supreme Court. So do not expect lawful and responsible action from anybody, agency, and authority. We are still in the area of lawlessness and impunity. Might is right by the high and mighty. Continue to cry whether you want to use papers for your master's in philosophy. Are you really serious right now? Calamity over irregularities will follow you and your family one day, and by then, don't cry over because you are favored under abnormalities and fraudulent activities. You think nature is happy with you. You will die one day. Shameless bygone to think everything is politics. I pity your children. What goes around comes around. Continue to applaud your children. Ineptitude and segregation. Instead of condemn, okay, very shameful. P2B is the worst loser. Okay, instead of